Welcome to Easy Limu Learning Simplified. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic area, and for this lesson, we're going to learn about the area of a circle. So we want to start by looking at what a circle is, and then we are going to see how then we are able to find the area of a circle. So we have a few questions on area of a circle that is going to help us with illustrations on how to find the area of a circle. And of course, at the end of the lesson, we have some few questions that are given in the form of assignment that will help you with practicing and also to help you check on your understanding of the concepts as we are going to discuss during this lesson. So a circle is a region that is traced by, a line. For example, you have a constant distance, from a constant distance from a given point. So you have a line. So this line, when you move it like round this way, it will be tracing some path. So the path that is traced by that, so this area here, it could be maybe some animal like a goat or a cow that is tethered. So this animal has the ability to graze, to graze in this whole region here. That is what you're calling the area of a circle. So you see, circle is basically a line that is bounded by, or a line that is uh, traced by a constant distance from a fixed point called the center of the circle. Constant distance. So when you move this distance, all around 360 degrees, it traces some path we are calling, or some region we are calling the circle. This area of the circle, this one here. So this is the area that you are going to find as you move through this lesson. How do you find this area that is traced? This one here. So we normally use a formula pi r squared. So this is pi, which is 22/7. So pi is equal to 22/7. And r is the radius of the circle. So r is the radius of the circle. Radius of the circle. So this formula can be used conveniently to help you find the area of that region that we're talking about. So we say that if you have a quantity like area, then it should be measured in some units. Like now, area, we measure it in square units. So you could talk of square meters, square centimeters, square millimeters, and so on and so forth. So the SI unit of area is the square meter. So square meter is written this way, using symbols. So the symbol for square meter is m squared. But it's read as the square meter. This is the SI unit of the standard unit of measuring area. So we have a few questions here that will help us with illustrations on how we can apply the formula used for finding the area of a circle. So let's see. So find the area of grass, now this is grass. Find the area of grass watered by a sprinkler. So we have a sprinkler at some center. So this sprinkler is able to throw water to some constant distance. So it's capable of spraying water up to a distance of 14. So you see, this is the constant distance that we are talking about from a fixed point to the center. And from a fixed point you are calling the center. So if you move this, line here, it's going to trace this path, the whole of this path. You see the whole of this path, it will be able to trace it. So this sprinkler that is stationed here is able to sprinkle water through this, because now we are told here it's able to sprinkle water to a maximum distance of 14 meters. So the whole of this region will become circular. So it means in finding the area, we are going to use pi r squared formula. You see. So let's see how you do that. So we have the area given by pi r squared. So pi is 22/7. R squared becomes 14 and then 14. You know. So you try and simplify. So 7 here, 1, 7 there, 2. You know. So 2 by 22, we can say now that what we are trying to find now is 22 by 2 by 14. So 22 by 2 is 44 multiplied by 14. So now I'll just multiply 44 by 14 here. So 4 by 4 is 16, 6 carry 1. 4 by 4 is again 16 plus 1 is 17. Multiplying by 1, it means I need to multiply by the total value of this, which is 10. So multiplying by 10, I just multiply by this number, then I add 0. So what I do, I add the 0 first. 1 by 4 is 4, 1 by 4 is 4. Add the 2, there we have the product, here we have the sum of the two products. So we have 6, 11, 1 carry 1, 5, 6. So 616. So it means the area that we are trying to find is 616 square meters. So this is the total area of grass that will be sprinkled or that will be watered by the sprinkler as it works. So we have another example here. Find the area of a circular face of a coin whose diameter. So coin is circular in shape. So here we are able to use the formula to help us find the area. So area is equals to pi r squared. So pi is 22/7 and r is 2.1. Is it really 2.1? So 2.1, you know, if you want to find the radius from a diameter, you divide the diameter by 2. Again, 2.1, divide the diameter by 2. See. So again, you can try and simplify. So we'll simplify it this way. So 7 here, 1, 7 there, 0.3. 2 here, 1, 2 there, 11. So you multiply 11 by 0.3 by 2.1 and then you divide by 2. So 11 times 0.3 times 2.1. See. So 11 by 0.3 is, this is 11 by 3 is 33. So one decimal place and then you multiply by 2.1. Again, 3.3 times 2.1, we just multiply 33 by 21, but we have one decimal place here, one decimal place here, we add the two decimal place. That is one decimal place plus one decimal place is two decimal places. So we multiply 33 by 21 and then we know the answer should have two decimal places. So I have 33 by 21, 1 by 3 is 3, and 1 by 3 is 3. We have 0, 2 by 3 is 6, 2 by 3 is 6. Add 0 there, sum the two products. This is multiplication, this is addition. So 3 plus 0 is 3, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 0 plus 6 is 6. So this becomes the area of the circular face of the coin whose diameter is 2.1. So take note, diameter, from the diameter we are able to find the radius. So diameter, so radius is equals to diameter divided by 2. The same applies. This also means that this also implies that for you to find the diameter, it's twice the radius. So either way, depending on what you're looking for. So our area here is 693 square centimeters. Please always remember to write the units. So again, we have number 3 here. What is the area of a circular parade ground whose radius is 14? So this is easy. So again, area is equals to pi r squared. So pi is 22/7, radius is 14, and then you multiply by 14. So again, you try to simplify. So 7 here, 1, 7 there twice. And so what do we have remaining here? 22 by 2 by 14. 22 by 2 is 44. Multiply this by 14. So you need to multiply 44 by 14. So 44, you multiply by 14. 4 by 4 is 16, 6 squared 1. 4 by 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Multiplying by 1, we need to multiply by the total value, which is 10. Multiplying by 10, we just multiply by 1 and then we add 0. So we add the 0 first. So 1 by 4 is 4, and again 1 by 4 is 4. So 1 by this 4 here is 4, 1 by this 4 is 4. We sum up the two products, we multiply it up there. Sum up the products. We have 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 4 is 11, 1 carry 1. And 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So this area is supposed to be 616 square what? Square meters. So the final one is a calf that is tethered to a post by a rope. So you see now this is a calf that is tethered. As it moves around, this rope traces some area that tends to be circular in shape. So this area here is the area that is traced by the rope that is tethering the calf. So this is the calf. So the calf is here, the rope is this one here, and the tethering is done at this point. It's fixed. This rope is fixed at this end. So as the calf moves around, it's able to trace the whole of this space. It has the ability to graze within this. So we're trying to find the maximum possible grazing area. So how do you go about that? So the formula will help us do that. So area again is equals to pi r squared. So pi is 22 over 7, and r is what? 7.7. So just like we did in the previous one again. So this is 7.7. So 7.7 times. Okay. So we have area is equals to pi r squared and 22 over 7 times 7.7 times 7.7. So again, as we did in the previous case, 7 goes here 1, 7 goes there 1.1. See. So take note, the length of the rope here becomes the radius of the circle. So 22 you multiply by 1.1 and you multiply by 7.7. So we'll multiply 22 by 11, and then the answer we multiply by 7.7 or by 77. But our answer should have how many decimal places? Decimal places. 0 number of decimal places here, 1 decimal place here, and 1 decimal place. If you sum up all the total number of decimal places, we have a total of 2 decimal places. So we have 22 here multiplied by 11. 1 by 2 is 2, 1 by 2 is 2. 0, 1 by 2 is 2, and 1 by 2 is 2. So we have 2. So we have 2 for 2. So this is addition, this is multiplication. So the number we obtain here is what we are supposed to multiply by 77. The procedure remains. 7 by 2 is 14, 4 carry 1. By 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29, 9 carry 2 by 2. 7 by 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. So now multiplying by 7, you add, you multiply by the total value of 7, which is 70. So that means you need to multiply by 7, and then you add the 0. So what I do, I add the 0 first. So 7 by 2 is 14, 4 carry 1. 7 by 4 is 28 plus 1, 29, 9 carry 2. 7 by 2 is 14 plus 2 is 16. So you have that. So sum up. So this is addition, that was multiplication again. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 9 plus 4 is 13, 3 carry 1. 6 plus 9 is 15 plus 1 is 16, so 6 carry 1. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 1 is 8, and this is 0 plus 1 is 1. Now, where should the decimal point be so that we have 2 decimal places? Remember, we are trying to determine the expected number of decimal places in the final answer. So you simply add the decimal places in each of the numbers multiplied. So 0 number of decimal places, meaning there is no decimal place there. 1 decimal place plus 1 decimal place, that is 2 decimal places. So the decimal point should be, yeah. Remember, decimal places are counted from the first digit after the decimal point. So this is where the decimal point should be, so that we have how many decimal places? 2. You see? So what we have now as the area should be what? 186.34 square what? Square meters. So the units used for area will be depending on the units that are used for the radius of the circle. If they are millimeters, the area units will be square millimeters. If they are centimeters, the units used for area will be square centimeters. Meters, units used for area will be square meters and so on and so forth. So that is all. We have an assignment here that can help you practice on what you have learned through this lesson. You can always attempt when done. You can always be posting the feedback on the comment section. We look at them. We'll be giving feedback as we continue. Otherwise, that is all for now. Until next time, goodbye.